My name is Rohit Jain, so I'm the project head of the CII Institute of Hospitality, and I'm really excited to have the partners and the other people of the dais. And before going towards the program in the hospitality, I would just ask and take this opportunity wherein they can introduce them to you as well. So moving from my right to left, I'll just ask
EHL Swiss Professional Diploma program. I'm the program coordinator with all the 4 centers with ITC Hotels and with our team at CII.
Thank you, Sukrit. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here for this particular forum. My name is Nilesh Mitra. I am the Vice President Talent Management for ITC Hotels. It's a pleasure to welcome each one of you, and over to you, Ravi.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Praveen Roy. I'm an Associate Director with EHL Advisory based out of Gurgaon. And my job primarily involves controlling the VT by EHL centers across the region, which includes India, South Asia, Middle East, and Myanmar. Though technically we from our India office are very actively involved in developing and focusing on the VT by EHL program for the global. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to welcome you all over here for the launch of this VT by EHL program.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Zubin Songadwala. A warm welcome to ITC Grand Chola. I'm the general manager of this hotel and also have a responsibility for the southern region for ITC Hotels. So, as you are all been given a brief kind of an introduction that the program that we are talking about for the southern region is going to be run out of this hotel here, and we are going to give you a little bit more insight about what the 3 giants, as was said earlier, I am marking on. So thank you for being here once again.
My name is Dimitri Lazarov. I am a student at EHL Lausanne, and I am studying hospitality management in Switzerland.
For this press conference, wherein we want to actually tell everybody about the program, about the association between CII, Confederation of the Indian Industries, ITC Hotels, and École Hôtelière de Lausanne, Switzerland. Right. So before moving towards the program, let me take you with few of the stats in the hospitality, travel, and tourism. So when we talk about travel and tourism, so travel and tourism is something which contributes to the around 10% of the Indian GDP right now. And when we talk about the job opportunities in hospitality and travel tourism, we expect somewhere around 40 crores of jobs to be now more generated within the span of next decade specifically. And we expect India as one of the top 5 business travel market. So when we talk about tourism, it takes care of adventure tourism, medical tourism, wildlife tourism, and India being one of the most preferred destination, as you know, for the medical tourism as well. I'll ask Mr. Roy to take us through with the hospitality and guide us through.
The hospitality industry, as Rohit has already mentioned, it's a very vast area which it covers, right from hotels to restaurants to flight kitchens to multiple hospitality organization services like the services offered by the various office cleaning services, as we call facilities management analysis. So it has encompassed a much more larger, and our industry has been split around 60% of our industry is unorganized and 40% of our industry is organized. So currently our focus is that we should develop and train manpower for the good of the organized sector. So when Vivek talked about 4 crore jobs, obviously he's talking about the complete sector, but the reality of life is that there's a huge amount of unorganized sector, but yes, currently the need is, there's a desperate need for good quality professional in the hospitality sector, which is where we are focusing at. We are focusing at. As I said, India is becoming a big market, not only in terms of manpower required for within the country, but it also needs, a lot of people leave and go to Gulf, go to Europe. In fact, now the greatest requirement is, we are talking to the Finnish government, the Finland government, the Sweden government. They are going to tie up with us to set up an institute in Goa, which will supply trained manpowers to Finland. So that's the kind of focus which is now becoming, but that's just at the talking stage. But the idea is that not only in India but across the globe, there is a large amount of requirement for Indian manpower. As we have spoke about it, the career opportunities are not limited to just hotels and restaurants. It could be multiplexes, it could be cruise ships, travel and tourism departments, Government of India, it could be institutional management, catering, etc. So there's a massive requirement of trained manpower which India currently desperately needs. Big partners involved in this project, and the idea is to bring the best in the world. And if you look at the 3 partners, all of them have more than 100 years of experience in their own field. So it's a massive experience which comes onto the picture. So maybe I would request Rohit to talk about the involvement of Confederation of Indian Industry in this project.
Right. So, working for the last 126 years very closely with the government to formulate the policies for the development of the country as such. And understanding the fact that there has been a there is a huge gap between the demand and supply of the skilled manpower in the hospitality industry. So CII, along with ITC Hotels, have tied up with Accor Hotel at the Lausanne to offer a very internationally recognized professional diploma in hospitality, which is called by EHL in India. And with ITC, we have started this program at 4 locations specifically: Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata, at all their luxury properties as well. And we also hope to expand it to other properties as well. So now I'll request Mr. Nilesh to talk about, Mr. Mitra to talk about the ITC hotels.
About ITC Hotels, I think the name is synonymous with the best in class when it comes to the hospitality industry. I mean, a case in point here is that the hotel where you're sitting, the ITC Grand Chola, is the first hotel in the world to be LEED certified and LEED Zero certified. So that's the commitment of the brand. Now, this is the commitment when it comes to the environment. Our commitment not just rests as far as the environment is concerned, our commitment goes much beyond that. Whether it is to do with the guest services, whether it is to do with the environment, health, hygiene and safety, through our VSO programs. All our hotels are platinum grade certified, whether it is ITC hotels, welcome hotels. So that's the strength we bring in, and that's the value proposition and differentiation we bring in when we compare ourselves to the competitors. As Rohit rightly mentioned that we have commenced, we are looking at 4 hotels to start the program with. In ITC Moria, the program has already begun. Uh, Calcutta is the next destination we are looking at. ITC Grand Chola in Chennai, and then in the west we shall be looking at the ITC Maratha. So these are 4 locations we are currently looking where the vocational education training program would start very, very soon. And what is it that the program offers is something which Praveen shall soon talk about. Thank you.
Have this, I mean, before we go on to the program, I wanted to talk about EHL, École Hôtelière de Lausanne, which is world's #1 hospitality management school in the world. We are 128 years in existence and has been actually the first ever hospitality school set up in the world. So we have a very proud legacy. In fact, if you see this picture, we have the gentleman who has actually been part of any. This is the first batch of students which actually started off at EHL, which was a very different campus than the current existing campus. On an average, we have over 5,000 students who study in our campuses across the globe. Currently, we have 3 campuses, 2 in Switzerland and 1 in Singapore. The Switzerland is located in Lausanne, which is actually the 128 years old, while the second campus is in Passau, and sorry, can you go back, please? And now we have recently opened a third campus in Singapore. It's been rated as world's #1 university in hospitality and degrees. We get a large amount of employers coming to recruit people from the college. And you'll be happy to know that within the campus we have a Michelin star restaurant which is used for the training purpose of the students, which is very unique, which you will never see anywhere in the world. And yeah, we also run master's program, and there is a consistent innovation in the way education is offered in Lausanne, and that is why it has always maintained the first position. In fact, I would now request Dimitri to actually add on if about the École Hôtelière de Lausanne from his perspective. Dimitri.
Is 4,000 students, 25,000 alumni, and it's a worldwide network. The key values that unite all the students and alumni are 5 words: family, excellence, innovation, respect, and learning. And these are also the values of the hospitality industry. Education is our main mission. We want education to be the essence of the future lives of the students. We had this project, this challenge of going to India for discovering the hospitality industry. We wanted to have a global picture of the industry in this country, and we saw that there was not a quantity issue, there is a quantity issue, but there's especially a qualitative issue. The staff in the hospitality industry is underskilled, and there's a real frustration from the owners and the managers. We interviewed all the owners and all the managers of all the hotels we went to, and we always heard the same words coming back, meaning we want skilled staff. And this is why EHL Vet will propose this program. Other thing, incredible India, this word always came back. This country is incredible, and there is a real sense of hospitality that is in the essence of the Indian blood. There is this desire to help and to learn. But there's also a lack of infrastructures in the educational system. This is a great opportunity for EHL Vet, and we represent the future of the industry, and we really want to make a difference for the future.
Is a very interesting, a very unique program. It is a duration of 18 months that will be delivered in 3 streams: culinary, service, and rooms. The program itself consists of 3 individual certificate levels. that's foundation, intermediate, and advanced. On successful completion of these three certificate levels, students will be eligible to earn with the prestigious BT by EHL Swiss Professional Diploma program. The uniqueness of this program is the way that it is input, is the way that it is conducted with students. BT by EHL leverages a blended learning format where all the curriculum for the students to consume and for the facilitators to sort of impart is delivered through, everything is online, through a world-class learning management system. Students' journey is also traced scientifically using the same system. The culinary rooms and service programs are very uniquely delivered as well, where students will in one day receive theoretical and practical inputs from BET by EHL certified trainers, and that's the operations managers, the true experts within their own specializations. And over 6 days, we'll go through an on-the-job training to reinforce those same theory and practical inputs. The program is one of its kind, it's first class, and it will be, of course, no doubt it will be a success with our amazing partners, CI and ITC Hotels. Thank you.
Hospitality courses in India right now. But the only problem which is coming up, we are still not looking towards specialization or making them the specialists as such. So they get into journal streams, learn about all the departments, and then when they join the hotel industry as a trainee or on-job training, then they specifically learn about the department wherein they need to make their career into. But over here, the story is completely different. Over here, we start with the specialization. So probably if a person who wants to become a chef need not have to study what's happening there in the front office or say probably like housekeeping in detail as such. So our program over here with by EHL would be completely a focused program, a specialized program that will be focusing on the stream where the student has to make a career into, right? So let me just take you through about various USPs of this association and the program as such. So first, the most important thing is it addresses the industry and the academic linkage. Now, understanding the fact that in this program, specifically the student learn the maths when they are in the industry itself. And this is where ITC has come up and stepped in as the training partner who will be training the students. So the place, over here where we are all sitting becomes the college to the student. So the student gets trained in the life environment, the life skills, dealing with the customers, the life situations. So these are the things that will be training the students the most. So they need not have to go into a classroom kind of a training, but specifically they will be trained in a live environment. And there cannot be anything better than ITC Hotels to teach them. Right? 3 international certificates. So student will be regularly assessed and evaluated by EHL. So the first initial 6 months, they would be awarded by the international certificate, the foundation certificate in their particular stream. Then moving towards the next 6 months, we'll give them an intermediate certificate, and moving forward, the next 6 months, we'll give them the advanced certificate. And the completion of all the 3 international certificates will help them to get the Swiss Professional Diploma in Hospitality. Now, the students will also be part, or they'll have an access to an LMS, global LMS. Now, another understanding one of the important problems that our Indian education system is facing right now is because the curriculum that we are going through in our colleges or the universities in India is very orthodox. The world has changed in the last decade. The technology has come up and playing a very important role. And this is where our global LMS system helps the student to learn what is there in the market right now, to learn the updated content or the curriculum as such. So each and every student is awarded or given the access to a learning management system. Difficulty, regardless, or I should say needless to talk about, because that's the best in the industry because the trainers are from ITC Hotels. So probably if you can imagine, if you want to become a chef and you are getting trained by the executive chef of ITC Grand Chola. So there cannot be anything better than that. Then the students also become the part of the global international alumni network of EHL, which again opens the doors for each and every student to get placed internationally or recognized internationally. Now, we are the only institute, I mean the CI Institute of Hospitality, which assures a job to each and every student after the completion of the 18 months program. And when I say assured, we know and we understand the meaning of assured. The students will be given a job after 18 months. And definitely, I mean, they would have the first preference, the ITC would have the first preference to hire these candidates as such, right? So let me just take you another slide wherein I'm just comparing with our program with the various orthodox degree programs which are currently running in hospitality industry. So if you look, move from below to top, so the below point, I mean, which says that in this program, we talk about live hotel industry experience, which was actually explained because the complete training over here will happen at ITC from day one. The students join this program and ITC from day one. Wherein when we talk about the universities or colleges, the training happens in labs or the dummy training happens. They do not get to meet the customers. They do not understand how the real situation actually works, right? Then again, in this program, it will be a completely specialized training wherein when we talk about the other programs available in the industry, it will be more journalistic in nature. The students get the option to get some hands-on experience. So they are learning what they need to do in their life, right? Then it's an industry experience of 18 months, wherein when we talk about the structure of an education system in hospitality in India right now, the students are have an access to a very limited industrial training or learning from the industry as such. And a short job, if we look into the comparison of 3 years, here the student would be actually working for 1.5 years, which also gives them the opportunity to recover their complete amount which they would have invested in their education. Whereas if you talk about any other college or an institute, after 3 years, they look forward for probably getting into an interview round to get an entry into a group like ITC Hotels. Over here, the students get the chance to get an entry at the ITC Hotels straight, right? Then over any other degree, the student would be awarded by just a degree, but over here it's not just a degree, it would be a degree and an international certificate and a Swiss professional diploma from the best, which is École Hôtelière de l'État.
Sorry, Vivek.
My name is Nilesh Mitra. I am the Vice President Talent Management for ITC Hotels. Mr. Zubin Songarwala, he heads the southern region for ITC Hotels. It's an extremely proud moment for us to be having the vocational education training program being conducted in ITC Hotels. The program has already started at the ITC Moria in New Delhi, and we now intend to start at the ITC Grand Chola, which should soon commence in the next couple of months. As you know, it's an 18-month program across 3 disciplines, which is accommodation operations, culinary, and food and beverage. So the recruitment should happen very soon. The students, people who get selected for the program will be certified by École Hôtelière de Lausanne, which is the #1 hospitality hotel school in the world. So it's an extremely proud moment for us. CII, of course, is our partner who will ensure the intake of these students. And thanks to all of you. I would actually thank all of you. Sorry? The course fee is 3 lakhs per student, which will be paid to CII, and the applicable taxes would be involved.
Tell us about the mode of intake.
The mode of intake is once you write about this program, there will be expression of interest from different students, different segments. These segments, the CII team is going to be interviewing. There will be an aptitude test followed by a personal round of interaction, and then once the filtering happens, they will then be forwarding the names of the students to us whom we will interview and then subsequently enroll them for the program.
Thank you.
One of the message which is very important to be communicated is that this program is designed in such a manner that we want to produce champions, not just generalists, but people who are champion in the field of culinary or who are champions in the field of food and beverage service or rooms division. So the course is delivered by the industry, for the industry, so that the students ultimately become highly employable and sought after across the globe. That is the whole message I want to give.
Good name, sir.
My name is Praveen Roy. I am an Associate Director of EHL Advisory. So I work very extensively with all our centers across the globe.
Thank you, sir.